Hello, welcome to Laura's World. I'm Laura and I don't exactly know what day it is. Okay. Upon a quick inspection, I have found out that it's Tuesday, October 18th at 2:51 a.m. Between like Saturday afternoon and yesterday, Sunday, I think I slept about 20 hours or so. That's the fun of having various ailments and several autoimmune diseases. It's always a good time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go into the fragrance du jour because I need a pick-me-up. So I'm gonna do this Wake Heart Sunlit Sensations that I guess I put up in the last video. So yeah, it had like a warm coconut, sunny kind of, ooh, what is that? I'm picking something else up. I swear to you, I smell coconut, but it's not there. According to the website, it says, this fragrance is slightly sweet and floral, made with notes of vanilla sea salt, sparkling pomelo, blue freesia, orchid petals, and white patchouli. I swear I smell coconut. This one is definitely a little outside of my norm, whatever my norm is. I mean, it's not like a clean or fresh fragrance or anything of that nature. Definitely not. It is definitely warm, and I tend not to lean to the warm things, being that I'm cold-blooded, but it is warm. And but it's not spicy, so that's maybe why I like it a little better. Like, it's not a dark warm, it's like an uplifting warm kind of thing, and it is putting me in a much better mood, I can say. I tried to match you. I'm always trying to match my scrunchie with my shirt, like messy ass ponytail. And this shirt today, your energy is gorgeous. Yes, you, whoever you are watching my videos, thank you. As of filming right this minute, I am at 75 subscribers. What? Okay, so we are 3/4 of the way to the giveaway. What? I'm a little loopy. Too much sleep, not enough sleep, not knowing what day it is, but I'm glad you're here. So I got a little bit of a situation, and I hope that came out as English. I should try that again. So I have a little bit of a situation. That work better? I don't know, does this require a content warning? I'm gonna talk about underwear. Now, where are my big girls at? I mean my big girls, like size 24 and up. I don't know, I'm not gatekeeping the big girl community, but what is the deal with boy short style underwear? I can't wrap my head around it. I took advantage of a big, like over the past few, maybe 6 weeks. Yeah, it was still summer. I was in a pool when I was shopping some of this stuff, and I haven't even worn it yet. But there was a lot of boy short style underwear on sale on the Torrid website. I said, well, I've never had it before. It looks, a little bit different. It's a little more square. I'm a big fan of granny panties. Cute granny panties, but granny panties nonetheless, because I just feel more secure in them. They come up high enough, they cover everything, you know what I'm saying? But these boy shorts, what in the hell? Who thought it was a good idea to make them for big girls? Let me rephrase that. Who thought it was a good idea to make it for girls with my shape? I am apple all the way. Just a big ball of round. being honest. I own it. I'm not bothered. I am unbothered. But what I am bothered by is how they feel. I'm constantly feeling like I have to adjust them. No, that doesn't, I don't get it. If you're a big girl and you wear boy short style underwear, please comment below and explain to me what the appeal is. Am I missing something? Give me my granny panties, okay? Bye. Also, on the topic of Torrid, I know I had mentioned some people were kind of unhappy with them. They were under fire for using models that were too thin to fit in the clothes that they were modeling. I watched a video made by, I went looking for videos on people who worked or work at Torrid. And if you haven't noticed, fairly recently, within the last year or so, maybe 2 years, I'm not 100% on that, they changed their sizes. They claim that they wanted to be more inclusive. So they went from, what was it, like 16 to 28, and now they're from size 10 to 30. Now that, if you know anything about women's sizes, is a pretty big range. Because if you put someone who's a size 10 next to me, they're gonna look very skinny. I'm all about inclusion. I don't care. I don't care who shops at what store. I've always had to say I have to shop at the fat girl store. Like, I would live at Avenue when there was actually a brick and mortar store nearby. I would go to Avenue, once a month and check the clearance rack, because you just never know where to. I found the cutest, like, cat shirt, had little cat faces on it. It was like $5. Yeah, I hang around sales racks. But anyway, good for Torrid. They want to expand from size 10 to 30. That's fine. That is a very wide range, no pun intended. I think, what is that, a 00 in their store? Which is wild, because you go up to, like, alright, I'm just gonna put it, I mean, it's hard to size women's clothing because there is no universal sizing system. Like men, it's waist circumference. Waist circumference and inseam length. That's all they go by. That's it. Women, oh my god, every brand has their own sizing. It's exhausting. So when it comes to Torrid, at least I know I'm guaranteed if I buy pants in this size, they're going to fit. I have learned my lesson. Jeans versus, like, stretch pants or stretchy pants. We're not going to talk about stretch pants. Oh man, I'm going to have flashbacks. Okay, athleisure pants. Stretchy pants, stretchy material. Those, I'm between a Torrid size 3 and 4. Jeans, gonna put it, I won't tell you how old I am, but I will tell you that in jeans from Torrid, I'm wearing a size 28. Yes. I'm at the top end of the jeans. Not a 30, because I tried it, I thought I was a 30. I'm always of the mindset. I don't know if it's how I grew up, how it was, like, reinforced into me as being the fat girl in class. I wasn't the only fat girl, but I was the only one who got made fun of. But it was ingrained that I'm the biggest of the biggest for some reason. So I always just assume, oh god, I gotta pick out the largest size that's in the store. And so I tried on. Last time I went out, it was a while ago. I mean, I haven't gained or lost any weight in the last year at least. Not good, not bad. But anyway, I went in the store and I tried on a size 30 jeans and I was like, oh, they won't stay up. That's fascinating. I've never tried on pants that were too big. So then I put on 28s and they fit with a lot of give. I tried on 26s. They went on, they closed, but I knew that my head would pop off by the end of the day if I tried to keep them on. Just saying. So circling back a minute to this whole ingrained behavior thing that I have going on. I don't know why I do it, but I do know that for shirts, whether it be t-shirts, tank tops, sweaters, whatever, a 3 or 4 will fit me just fine. A 3 will be borderline, and a 4 will be borderline extra, like just right in between them. Tell me why every time I go and try to buy clothes, which I need to stop doing, I always go for like 5 or 6. Why do I buy shirts in 5 or 6? This isn't a 5. If you can't tell, this thing is, I'm swimming in it just a little bit. Just a little bit, I'm swimming in it. Why do I do this? It's a psychological thing. It really is a psychological thing. I feel like if I buy clothes that I'm going to be swimming in, I'll feel better. I'll also feel better knowing that if I buy the second to largest size and it's too big on me, well, at least I'm not the largest size in that store. Like, it does something psychologically, and I'm sure there's plenty of research behind this. I have no sources to cite here. All I have to cite is my own experience, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just, why do I continually buy shirts, especially that are too big? I don't know why. Oh yeah, and a side note on this Vince Camuto Illuminaire. It smells nice. Don't get me wrong, it's a lovely scent. I feel like it's more water than anything because it's very weak. And within 10 minutes, I'm done smelling it. Whereas I've had this Wake Heart Sunlit Sensations, can't read, on for, it's been about 15 minutes now, and it's just as strong as it was when I put it on. And it's also a rollerball. If you didn't notice, I'm sure you did notice, and I didn't say anything. But yeah, it's a rollerball, which makes me happy. Zitgate update. It's looking better and better every day, but it's still irritated. And then I hate to say it, but right around here, I feel bumps. No, I don't sit here touching my face all day. It's not like that. I don't know what's going on, but maybe in a month it'll be gone. I guess while I'm sitting here talking about fat girl problems, I might as well go into another fat girl problem. I don't know if you can tell, but right under my chin, it's very bumpy, it's very red, irritated, and broken out, and that's not a freckle, that's like a bump. Yeah. I guess I'll tell you why. Like many women, I have an issue with facial hair. It's not as bad as some other women I've seen. You know, I don't have many complaints about it because I handle it. Unfortunately, the way that I handle it sometimes causes this. When I first noticed my first couple of hairs growing out of my chin under here, I was like, what's this? I was a teenager. I was like legit 14, 15 years old, and I was like, what is this? So I just plucked the few hairs that I had, and it would be another month until I'd have to do it again. Then it slowly started getting a little more labor intensive. And by the time I was out of college, I'd say maybe around my mid-20s. Again, I'm not telling you how old I am, but around my mid-20s, when the process turned into a 3-hour ordeal once a week, something had to give. So I went to my doctor. Actually, went to several doctors, and they all ran the same tests, and they all came back. Everybody was like, oh, you probably have PCOS. PCOS, otherwise known as polycystic ovarian syndrome, is a collection of symptoms, and it's part of the, I guess, metabolic disorder panel. My one doctor, the one that I trust the most, told me there's many things that characterize PCOS, but in general, there are 3 things they look for. Number 1, the absence of a regular menstrual cycle. Number 2, facial hair, or I'm probably going to say this wrong, hirsutism. And number 3, cysts or immature follicles on the ovaries. And the first thing that they look at in the blood tests is your androgen and testosterone levels. Well, knock on wood here, I have had a regular cycle for 12 years now. I had a rough start. I had a rough go, especially when I was in college. Things evened out eventually. And so literally for about 12 years now, I've had a regular cycle. So there's one checkbox not marked. Yes, I have the facial hair. There's one check. They did the scans and they took the pictures and sure enough, I don't have cysts or immature follicles on the ovaries. So I don't fit the bill. And the biggest reason I don't fit the bill, besides all of that, is all my blood work came back absolutely fine. I don't have anything out of balance. As a matter of fact, my doctor read it out to me and said, "You are absolutely feminine. You're completely balanced. Your hormones are where they need to be. You don't have the androgens out of whack. Your testosterone is where it should be. I don't have the elevated estrogen. Like, everything is just where it's supposed to be." So I still don't have any answers about the facial hair. I asked my doctor, she took a look at it, she looked at my face, she's like, I mean, I let it grow for this appointment because I knew we were reviewing the blood work. And she looked at it and she said, "Wow, I said, "Yeah, it's a lot." And she said, "Well, I don't want to sound rude. It's not the worst I've ever seen." I said, "Yeah, but," and she goes, "But it's earth-shattering to you. I understand." And she said, I honestly can't explain where it's coming from. It's not hormonal. Yet I was told by another doctor it's hormonal hair, which is why it doesn't go away. My eyebrows, my poor eyebrows, are an example of non-hormonal hair. Because when you constantly remove a hair, eventually the follicle gives up and it stops growing. Not with this shit. So when I started, I don't know what you call it, dermaplaning my face, going with the blade and taking the peach fuzz and the dead skin layers off, I just made my way down the pike and did the rest of it. And I've been doing that. And sometimes it comes out great with no problems, and other times this happens. I'm comfortable saying it because one of the very few positive things about being on TikTok is that I've actually seen quite a few videos of women who have the same issue. And honestly, I think it's more common than society wants us to know. So, I mean, if I let it go, it wouldn't be, I wouldn't be in Guinness Book of World Records or anything like that. I've seen women on TikTok, especially, who actually embrace it and grow it out. And they have like really impressive looking beards, and go them, good for them. I want to say it takes guts to do that, but to them, they're just living their lives and they're happy doing it. And they're in happy, committed relationships with people that love them. Like it further proof that it doesn't matter. You'll find somebody. Or, stop being concerned with how you look to attract attention or not attract attention. Or I hope you all know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, my husband is fully aware of it. I would steal his razor from time to time, and of course he'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Stop doing that." He bought me my own. Because I don't feel like paying pink tax. He's like, "I don't believe you." So we went into Target and I said, "All right, pick out a razor, any razor. He picked one out. I said, now let's go one aisle over and find a comparable razor. And he's like, why is the pink one, literally, the pink one, $3 more? I said, haha, the pink tax. If you're not aware of what the pink tax is, it's something, I don't know if it's around the world, but it's in the United States, where products branded specifically for women cost more. Society hates us. Society can kiss my ass. I know the next question is going to be, why you're shaving it? Why don't you just go get it waxed? I'll tell you why. Because this is 10 times worse if I get it waxed. Don't ask me why. Also, whenever I go to get it waxed, like at a professional, there's a place, not nearby here, but where I used to live. They're all over the place, but not where I am currently, called European Wax Center. I don't know who came up with that, but I had this wax pass or whatever, and I still have money on it. I should probably go in there and I guess use it. But every time I would go, they would get frustrated because, yeah, sure, like this stuff would come out, but the stuff on my chin is like so embedded. I don't know how else to describe it. It's so embedded that no amount of wax is going to take it out, and they have to stop and pull out the tweezers. And I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that somebody has to start tweezing at my face, because then that's more pain. I take pain. You know I take pain. I don't have a problem with pain. It's annoying. It's just an inconvenience that I bitch about. You know? I don't like it. So, coming in with some more of this kinship zit zapper. Zit zap, whatever the hell. They call it pimple potion. I call it zit zap. Because there's something wrong with me. Why am I dabbing it between my fingers? This is what I mean. I am on another planet right now. So anyway. Yeah, I did a lot of sleeping yesterday. I got up. Lies. I was up. Let's see. Friday, I got up around... I don't know, what did I say in my last video? Did I even say what time I got up? I think it was up around 2:30 in the afternoon. What a crazy fucking life I lead. Yeah, so I was up at 2:30 in the afternoon, and I just stayed up, and I was in this room doing my stuff. All of a sudden I looked at the clock and was like, oh, I have to be up in 2 hours. I'm just gonna stay up. I had to be up because I might have mentioned that I am on the recreation committee. I honestly don't remember how much of this I went into on my last video, but we had a pumpkin painting event for the local kids in the community. I shouldn't say local kids, for kids in the community. A whopping 8 kids showed up. I'm also the chief and only member of the communications committee, because the other woman dropped out because she threw a pissy fit over, I don't know, wanting a park in the community, or no, not a playground. I mean, do you know how much red tape has to be cut through, and insurance costs, and capital, and all of that has to go into, and the only reason I know any of this shit is because my husband is on the HOA board. Now, we're not Karens. We don't report anything that we see because, I mean, come on. I'm slightly breaking the rules as it is because I have some cutesy decor out front in stakes. Like, I have a little garden flag post and a little pink, not really small, but a pink metal flower that gets posted into the ground. And we're not supposed to be doing these things, but I put them up because... So, and my husband, he comes and helps with all the events anyway. They love him. Old ladies just love my husband. He just eats it up. It's kind of comical. But, yeah. So I went and I helped to set up, and I sat, and my husband started to brew coffee because we all wanted some coffee. We're all coffee drinkers. I love it. But he starts brewing it and he goes, "What's that smell?" And the ladies are like, "Oh." He's like, "When's the last time this coffee maker's been cleaned out?" Like, it's a big carafe, big old-fashioned looking coffee maker with the little knob that you pull down to dispense the coffee. And he's like, "If you want to drink this, that's fine." And he said, I looked at them and I said, "We are admittedly coffee snobs. We're coffee snobs. We drink La Colombe coffee, which is brewed in Philadelphia. Not cheap, man, but is it good? And we also have a selection of beans at home that we grind and brew ourselves when we want to make coffee at home. We have a cold brewer. I might have gone over this already. I just don't remember. I don't remember. I did it 10 minutes ago, so. But yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna go run to Dunkin' Donuts." And yes, we don't have a Starbucks, although Starbucks is getting on my last nerve right now with what they're doing to their employees and unions and things. But oh my god, I can go off in 15 different directions right now. Let's recenter. So he takes off to go get Dunkin' Donuts. I order on the app. I had the app. I ordered what I wanted. We both got the same kind of coffee. It was a Halloween special. And I got a little donut because why not? I'm sipping my coffee. I drank five mouthfuls of the stuff over a 10-minute period. And I'm just sinking into this chair out in the waiting area of the clubhouse. And I'm like, I don't feel good. Like, I never feel good, but this was like legit. I really don't feel good. I looked at my hubs and I was like, I'm not. And he's like, "Go home." So I came home, and then what happened? Oh yeah, that's right. I went to bed. I went to bed and I stayed in bed until Sunday around 2:33 p.m. He took care of Maisie. Maisie was taken care of. He is lightly not in work this week, although he showed up Monday and he's showing up today because he has a meeting to go to. But I mean, he was home early and he took care of Maisie, and he says he's only going to be out for a couple of hours tomorrow, which is fine. Because I said I wanted to go to a farm. I've always gone to farms for my birthday, and the last 2 years I have not gone to a farm, and it's irritating me, and I want to go to a farm. I somehow, when I woke up, I had a hard time getting out of bed. I just really I didn't feel good. You know, I was in a little more pain than usual, probably because laying in bed for that many hours is just not good. And I started getting going. You know, my husband was downstairs playing video games and Maisie was just kind of hanging out. And of course, I'm like sitting up in bed, you know, let me rewind for a second there. I didn't get out of bed yet. The doorbell rang. Oh my god, this fucking doorbell. Amazon delivery man never rings the doorbell. Why did he ring the doorbell this time? Oh, because there were 10 packages. I mean, I already gave my husband a forewarning that deliveries were coming from Amazon Prime Days or whatever that situation was. And also, you know, 4 out of the 10 orders that I placed were for my mom. And so here I see him on the doorbell camera pulling all these boxes in, and I guess the guy was trying to be courteous because there were so many boxes. He didn't want people, you know, making a 5-finger discount out of my shipments. But, I mean, a lot of this stuff, I condensed it down into 1 box. It would have fit into 2 boxes, really, because of my mom's stuff. But let's be honest. The Amazon distribution centers around me, for some reason, like to put 1 item in a box. Like, an item this big in a box this big. Come on. And not everything in the order shipped. There's still some things outstanding. There's a list of, I want to say like 3 or 4 products that are on the running late notification. And I'm like, I'm not in a deadline here. The only thing that's on a deadline is Miss Maisie's princess costume. But even if that gets here, like, on the 30th, I don't care. It's just for Halloween. Don't judge. I play dress up with my dog all the time because she is my child. The dog has a wardrobe of her own in the hall closet downstairs. So we have coats and jackets, and then at the end is like a bunch of her shirts, and she has her own parka. She wears it. She lets me put it on her, and she wears it because when it's snowing or very cold out, she doesn't like getting cold. Spoiled dog. Oh, okay. I don't want this whole video to be about me complaining, but I gotta say, companies are really taking advantage of inflation. Big corporations have no need to raise the prices on everything. They're bullshitting you. People are bullshitting us right now. A bag of Maisie's dog food is normally $52, which in my opinion is a little bit steep. But, you know, I understand. Okay, fine. A bag of the dog food lasts us about 6-ish weeks. That's the story there. Tell me why my husband comes home with this look on his face. I'm like, oh my God, what? He said that $52 bag of dog food costs $75 today. I got right on the horn. I was messaging my friend on Facebook. I'm like, listen, girlfriend, the queen of coupons. I might be the queen of sales, but this girl is the queen of coupons, and I get all my freebies because of her. 99% of my freebies because of her. I got in and I was like, girl, she's the one I referred to earlier in videos as Kay. I was like, Kay, if you find a coupon for Hill's Science Diet large breed, please let me know, because $75 is not it. Then I complained to my mom about it. I mean, I don't want to just outright ask her, hey, can you like buy stuff for my dog, because I can't afford it because I'm an idiot and got myself back into debt because I decided to go on an 8-month shopping spree, and now I can't afford my minimum payments. Anyway, I complained to her about, and I said it was $75 for this bag of dog food, and she was like, what? I told her I messaged Kay, and you know, she's gonna look for some coupons or whatever, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna take a look too and see what I can find. So she messaged me 15 minutes later. My mom texted me 15 minutes later. All right, the next 5 bags of dog food are on Grandma, because we call her Grandma. That's Maisie is her granddaughter, granddog, whatever you want to call her. I said, what? And she sent me a screenshot. She signed up for some kind of Hill's Science Diet sensitive skin and stomach. Sensitive skin and stomach, because this dog has allergies. I love Maisie, and I wouldn't trade her for anything in the world. But she has allergies that over-the-counter allergy medication does not treat. She requires Apoquel, the dog allergy medication, which is not generic. It is name brand, and it is costly. My mom kept asking me, how much is the refill? I just called the vet because she's out. She's going to be out now. I just called the vet today and I said I need a refill. They called me at 5:50 to tell me that it was ready, but they closed at 6. Technically, I'm down the street from them, and honestly, I could have gone, but by the time I either took Maisie with me or put her up in the crate to go because my husband was out at a meeting, they would have been closed. So my mom kept asking, oh, how much is it? Ask them how much it is. And I didn't ask because I'm like, I'm tiptoeing around. I don't want her to pay for everything. You know, as it is, she pressed the issue with getting Maisie health insurance, like doggy health insurance. And, you know, I didn't want to get it because having the background in insurance that I have, it's not always, it doesn't always work out, let's just say, because every year the older your dog gets, the higher the premiums get. They don't take into account lack of use. They don't take into account the dog's health. They just Every year it goes up. And when I told her, ooh, it went up significantly because the company changed hands and now it's owned by another company. Like, it was originally the Walmart dog insurance, which I hate Walmart, but it was the cheapest thing. And she said everybody recommended it. So we signed up and we go halfsies. She pays for half of it because I was reluctant to buy it. And she said, listen, I'll split it with you. Just get it. And I'm like, fine. Well, it went up significantly. Like $20 a month it went up. And she's like, that's insane. I'm like, hey, it went from Walmart to something else, and now it's Fetch. It was like something else planned. Now it's Fetch by the Dodo, which I'm sure if you've been on Facebook and you like animals, you've seen videos by the Dodo. That's apparently who owns this dog or animal health insurance. So now tomorrow I get to go to the vet and see how much these pills are going to cost, and I'm going to scream and cry because we are going into our savings now. Oh, crap. Yes, I know I messed up. I messed up. There's no other way to look at it. I went on a completely spiraled out of control manic episode for 8 months. I could have bought everything I needed from the drugstore and called it a day and been maybe a few hundred in debt, but no, I had to buy the expensive shit and get thousands of dollars into debt. Christ almighty. So now that I've yammered on for God knows how long, because I just felt like having a chat, and, you know, it is my channel, like Babs likes to remind me, it's my channel, do you want? It's my channel, I do what I want. Might as well go into something that I spent some money on, and that would be 3 Dior perfumes. Now, I don't remember when I bought them. I don't remember where I bought them from or how much I paid for them. I want to say these might have been like Amazon purchases, or maybe not, I don't know. But we have the 2 different Miss Dior fragrances. One is Blooming Bouquet, and it's a rollerball, which I love, but I don't know how it smells, and I don't know if I liked it. I don't remember if I liked it. I had a sample. And the other one is Miss Dior Roses and Roses. The third one is J'adore Eau de Toilette Pearl, Roller Pearl. They're all like the roller pearls. But this one is, I guess, more famous because of the commercials. J'adore Dior. You know, those commercials. But, yeah, so they're pretty decent sized boxes. I mean, you know, they're not tiny. The reason why I have them out is because I was organizing my perfumes in this box that I have. It's a display box with a drawer, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up and show. Alright. That's a little bit heavy. A lot of bit heavy. This is my perfume. This is what's not in the bag. This is what I put in the display box. Now, got quite a few going on in here, which I'm sure I'll go through at some point. And then the drawer has, you know, mostly the, like these that got opened, and whatever fits in here. Like this Moschino one is taking up a lot of space. And then I didn't open this one yet. I think this is a Jimmy Choo. But as you can see, this really won't fit into this case. Or these Dior perfumes won't fit into the case. It's getting heavy, excuse me. So anyway, yes, these are out because like they don't fit in that box, and I haven't taken them out of their little boxes with plastic wrap yet. So I'm not sure if they're going to be able to fit in that drawer, or if I have to put them in the bag, or I have to start something else entirely. Yeah, I know, that's a lot. Well, damage is done. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this J'adore and see what we got going on here. Okay, this is a very thick, oil-looking perfume, kind of like that Givenchy. It was so strong. It was also a rollerball. Now there's like instructions. Twist to open. Yeah, that's what does it say here? On the go fragrance by Dior, a glass bottle topped with a delicate pearl for discreet and sensorial fragrance application. The sparkling floral trail of J'adore Eau de Toilette accompanies you anywhere, anytime. Alright. So, yeah, it looks thick. Twist to open, eh? Oh, I see. Ooh, that is very floral. So much floral. I mean, I think I'll like it because it kind of goes with my light, flowery. Just poke myself in the nose with it, jeez. Okay. Well, that'll be for another time. So this is J'adore. Now on to Blooming Bouquet. Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. So this is a very square bottle with almost like a houndstooth texture on the side. And this is another twist to open. Funny, it's called Blooming Bouquet, but it's not quite as floral. It's floral, but it's not as floral as J'adore. That's kind of strange. This is also a fairly thick liquid. Not as thick as J'adore, of course. Definitely not as thick as Givenchy, but it's still a thick liquid. Alright, so Blooming Bouquet says, on the go fragrance by Dior, same thing. A glass bottle topped with a delicate pearl for discreet and sensational fragrance application. Wrap yourself in the delicate floral scent of Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet anywhere, anytime. Sounds just about the same as J'adore, just a different name. And last, Miss Dior Roses and Roses. Gee, I wonder what this one smells like. So this Roses and Roses, same bottle, same houndstooth texture on the sides, just a very, a darker pink. Yep, roses. I mean, that if it didn't smell like roses, I would be shocked. Neither the Miss Dior's nor the J'adore fit in the drawer. Say that 3 times fast. They don't fit into the drawer of my case over here, so, and my bag is pretty full up, so I'm gonna have to kind of Jenga my way into it, I guess. Or, you know, stop buying fragrance. I mean, okay, I bought 1 or 2 perfumes from the Amazon Prime, whatever you want to call it, sale. But that's it, I'm done. I said to my husband in the kitchen tonight, I was like, I'm cutting up my credit cards. He was like, what? I said, I'm cutting up my credit cards. One of them is maxed out, and he went, what? I said, stupid. And the other one is not. But party's over. I woke up and realized when I saw the minimum amount due on, I use something called Tally, hashtag not sponsored. It's an interesting thing. They take over the payments on your credit cards and you pay them. And by doing this, they offer a lower interest rate than what your credit cards offer, which is absolutely accurate. I've already saved, I've been using them for a few years, and I've saved thousands of dollars in interest by doing it, and this is not an ad. I'm just telling you what I use. And they recently exploded my credit limit with them. It's not a credit card. I can't use it to buy things. It's a line of credit that is extended to me to pay my credit card bills, So I have 2 credit cards that have balances on them. Everything else, I have a bunch of credit cards that have no balances on them. Thank God it's only 2 cards that I put into danger. Oh my God, can you imagine? So yeah, when I opened my email this afternoon when I woke up and saw what the minimum payment was, I almost choked. I came crashing back down to earth and said, that's it. Like I said to my husband, party's over. What I have is what I have, and I still have so much shit to go through. So I'm gonna have content for like months at this rate. Alright, I think now is as any time, good as any time to end the video, I guess. In all honesty, if you have opinions, I'm looking for big girl opinions, but any opinions, honestly, if you wear or have worn boy short style underwear, what is the big deal? What is the attraction? Please tell me. Other than that, if you've ever left a comment in my comment section, you know I am very active in response. I love chatting with everybody who comments in the comment section, so please comment something. Tell me about your day. Tell me what you like, don't like. Just don't body shame me. That's all I ask. Also, if you're hanging out, welcome. If you've been here a while, thank you. I mean, thank you to everybody, generally speaking. But if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's always a party up in here. Subscribe, throw me a like, again with the comments, tell a friend, or don't. Just hope you're all doing really well. Make sure to take care of yourselves, make sure you hydrate, get that water in, put on that SPF even if it's cloudy outside, and have the day that you deserve, which I hope is fabulous. Bye!